Hey you, get on the stick.
Yo, bring it.
Choose your fighter.
Yo.
How's it going, lads?
Fight!
Bang, bang, bang.
Flawless victory.
Side Quest Arcade.
Yo, what's up? Hey, how's it going? Hi, how are you? It's hot. Welcome to Side Quest Arcade. I'm your host, Madman Matt, and with me are some of my IRL friends. Flint, aka Micro Manatee.
How's it going, lads?
And of course, don't, coming in, walking through, kicking doors open, slapping bitches. Y'all know who it is. Big Daddy himself.
Slap any bitches.
Pimp hand ready, rings on one. Look, you got two phones, one for the bitches, one for the drugs. It's your boy, Rodney, for 3. Bryce, Silent Reveries.
Yo.
And our boy, Brian could not make it this week, but that's okay. That's okay, because sometimes
That's what it is, you know?
you can't make it, so, I mean, trust
He's
me, I
moving.
know
He's moving this weekend, so that's why he couldn't be here.
Yeah, he's excited. I'm not. I don't.
So you're going to hear all about his fiber internet and shit next week.
I'm so mad. I'm already angry. I don't want to hear about it, alright? It fucking rains, my internet slows down.
What makes fiber better? If you guys don't know, I'm actually a little ignorant on what the difference is between fiber and regular Wi-Fi. Like
so regular internet goes through copper lines, DSL phone, that kind of thing. Fiber uses fiber optics, which bounces light beams with the data through the line, which is a lot quicker.
So you can, that makes sense.
Fancy, but it's a bitch and a half to make because you have to stretch these like super long glass tubes everywhere.
Right.
Yeah.
Thanks, Flint. Thanks for the update.
No problem. Happy to help my hungover state.
Yeah.
Oh, you're fucking back on the horse sending it.
I already feel better. Had a couple sips. Things are looking up. Oh, we're dying.
Yeah,
we're dying out here.
Flint had a pig roast last night. His Facebook started with him posting the growler he got.
Yeah.
Then he says, "Bout hag way through ner loving it." That's all one word. I said, "You want to try that again?" He says, "Nigh good, shit house," all caps. "Nigh good, shit house." And then it was followed up by a couple of hot ones. "Fuck lads, you ever just," period, the end of the sentence. "You ever just really fucking give her, you know? That's W."
Listen, I resonate with that one. That one, I'm like, drunk me and sober me, we're just on the same way.
Yeah, we're just give her.
Yeah,
Trebuchets are lit, BR. I don't know what Brazilians have to do with trebuchets being lit, but
oh man.
Fuck.
Absolute good yard and have one out. You need this. Absolute good yard. What is that?
I'm a motivational speaker. I don't know.
You're making some new Canadian dude, I would believe that's a real thing, though. Absolute good yard and have one out, you know?
Well, you know what? If it wasn't a thing before, it is now. Good yard, lads. Now. Good yard.
That'll
good
be
yard,
it.
Lads.
Next time Flint's hammer, I'm like, "Flint, having a fucking good yard over there or what?"
Absolutely. Yo, you need this. Have a good yard, boys.
At Worlds, you're going to see that. At Worlds, you're going to hear that for sure.
Oh, fuck. I drank so much. So that growler was 2 liters of beer. And you're supposed to pour it out, but I just fucking rammed a straw in it and just sat there sipping on it for most of the night.
Whoa.
Fucking.
That is even something I've never done.
That's impressive, Flint. I'm not going to lie.
Down that, and the fucking buddy came up with some IPAs, and he was like, "Hey, you want to try some of these?" I'm like, "All right." He gave me a bottle. I'm like, "What the fuck is in this?" And he's like, "I don't know, but it's 7.9%. Probably should slow down." And I was like, "Gonna speed up now that you fucking told me to slow down."
Yeah, I've definitely
had
that
challenge.
Where you at? I've definitely had that. Like I bought, like it was, I don't know, some microbrew beer, and the bottle was like pretty big, right? And I was like, oh, whatever, I'll just drink that for the night and probably be good. but I didn't know it was like 8% alcohol. You know what I mean? Like, I was just sitting there like, I'm getting really drunk off this. Like, I had no idea why. I was just sitting there like, I'm really feeling it. And I finally look when I'm like 80% done. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh God. Oh no, right?
Mistakes were made.
Yeah.
What was the pig roast was like family reunion or something like that?
No, we have our family runs it, like my dad and I and my stepmom, but it's just whoever wants to come, family, friends. We've been doing it for 10 years. So we go to the butcher, we order a pig, 45 to 60 pounder.
Yeah.
Throw her on the spit, spin it around, and everyone's just, got some tunes on. Got a deep fried turkey going on the side in case you don't like pork. I set
bring
off
like salads and whatever, yeah.
Oh yeah. You bring your own salads, chairs, whatever. We set off fireworks most years. Didn't do it this year, but normally I'll wire up the fireworks with det cord and just fire it off. This is pretty fun. But there was a burn ban this year, and I didn't want to light the cornfield on fire because I'm pretty sure the farmers would murder us. Yeah, that's a lot of corn.
For all the whammies out there, hey, put out your fucking cigarettes. All right?
Yeah, fuck you. Matt's fucking province is on fire right now. Again.
Listen. There's a fire ban that started 3 days ago, right? They were like, okay, fire ban is in effect. No, but because it's too dry out here. They're like, everybody, like, no more fires. Literally the next day, 6 forest fires. Because all of them started because of cigarettes. Because people just fucking...
Cigarettes don't count, man. That's not a fire.
It's like, come on, man. Like, one day. We can't even go a date. Like, come on, people. Just...
Not only are they littering, but they're fucking burning forests down. This is like... That's the least Canadian thing you can do. Passes revoked.
So last week you had no idea what cornhole was. Like, nobody brought cornhole boards to your little shindig?
No one brought cornhole boards. Didn't even play any drinking games. I just drank all that beer.
There are no horseshoes, nothing going on.
Nothing.
Like
I was
fucking
sitting there.
bocce ball.
Everybody just standing around hammered, dicks in hand.
Absolutely. That was the best way to do it.
Beer in one, dicks in the other. Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
We found out there's a brewery literally like a 10-minute drive from my house. And it's on the way home from my job. I was like,
hold on. Whoa. Objection. How long has this brewery been there? And you didn't know that it was 10 minutes away from your house?
That's a good objection.
That's a fair one.
I'd be fucking swinging in there every day.
I was about to say,
I am now. I went like 3 days this week because they give you free samples every time you go in.
Absolutely.
And that growler took about 25-30 minutes to fill up because the head has nowhere to go. Just like the foam just sits right at the top. So the guy it took forever to fill it, and like every 2 minutes he would just look at me. He's like, "Man, I'm really sorry this is taking so long." And he just kept sliding glasses of beer towards me. I was like, "I'm not mad. This is fine. This is like the ideal situation. I don't have to do work. I can just sit here and sip beer while you're getting me more beer."
He's like, "You have a ride home, right?" Like,
they were like the little sample glasses.
No, I know.
Don't drink and drive, kids. But
so, fuck Canada, dude. Everybody's having road sodas up there.
Oh fuck! No, we
road sodas. No, I haven't heard that term in a while. Holy, that's a throwback, dude.
Hold on here. So got those filled up and just sat there with the straw fucking sipping away. I was talking to a guy. He was interested in the podcast. I fucking chatted up for like 4 hours. Probably not interested anymore. Talked his ear off because I was so fucking snapped. But it was a good time, man. Dad put hot sauce in the pig, which was horrible at first, but eventually I just kind of got too drunk to care, and it was all right.
Are you not? You're not a hot sauce guy.
I am. Okay,
Flint loves hot sauce.
I am.
Or it's just the way he did it. It just wasn't good.
It was the hot sauce he used. So I don't know if you guys have ever seen Hot Ones, the show there.
I have, yes.
Okay.
Not a lot. I wouldn't say I'm a fan, but I've seen it.
So my dad loves that show. Amazing.
Okay.
Like, he just loves it. He watches them as they come out. New one drops, he's watching it 5 minutes later. So he went out and found a bunch of hot sauces that were on the show. And one of them was like one of the second to last ones. It was like Mad Dog 357, he called it. He just dumped it in the fucking marinade for the fucking pig.
Never tasted it before. Oh, we'll find out.
Oh no, we've tasted it. It hurts. It's not. It doesn't taste good. It just hurts. And he was like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna put a couple capfuls in there and just spread it all over the pig." So everyone was eating. They're like, "Oh, this is really good." And then you could start to see the tears forming and the faces getting redder.
It's sweating.
Everyone's
Oh,
like,
it's just so good.
it's so good.
Oh, I'm sitting there. All I have around, I don't have any water. All I have around me is just different kinds of beer. I'm like, this isn't
Obviously.
gonna work. So I started drinking one, and I'm like, that just hurt more. I don't know what I'm gonna do now. Keep drinking, I guess. And
Is your sister a big drinker too?
No, she
Okay.
has never drank, to my knowledge. Fucking Puritan.
She's so pure, so
I
pure,
know, so innocent,
so
so
humble.
12. You know.
She watches cartoons. She's not that pure.
That's true.
Yeah, she's fucking
That's true.
suggested some cartoons to me, and I started watching. I'm like, we're not doing that.
It's even
Cartoon-
weirder that my sister told me to watch this.
Yeah.
What are you watching? I'm not
Just tell
watching
her you're
Yuri on
watching
Ice.
Shrek.
Ever. Yeah, Shrek
Hey,
5.
Yuri
soon.
on Ice is amazing. Yuri
I'm
on
not
Ice
watching
is
Yuri on
amazing.
Ice.
Dude, there's a Canadian on it, and he's amazing.
Yeah, I know what the Canadian does to the ice, Matt. All right, you fucking told me.
Yeah.
Nuts all
Yeah.
over the ice, Bryce. Just to let you know.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Finishes the
Nuts on
routine.
ice.
Why?
Because he's
Why
just
does he do that?
he just
This is
that was
amazing.
my question. Why?
Yeah.
That's not how I want
No.
Canada to be represented on the national stage. You think Sidney Crosby scores a goal and fucking nuts on the ice? No.
I mean, he basically just
That would be
cries.
good. That would be a good celebration, though. Scores.
Walks up to the other bench.
Whoa. Get snowed, losers.
No, my girlfriend likes that show because the main characters are Russian, or there's 2 Russian characters.
Well, there you go. All right. She's just trying to get me to watch it. I'm like, no, that's not my cup of tea. I don't need Canadian nut everywhere. Thank you.
Canadian nut juice.
Yeah. But yeah, like roughly after the pig, I guess I got on social media there and started tweeting out and started messaging you guys, and
That
I
was
haven't read
fun.
'em.
You said, I asked Flynn, I sent him a message, whammies. I'm going to post the picture later because it's just fucking great. I said, hey Flynn, how you doing? And he sent me a picture of him. He's got his hat backwards, but it's like backwards and it's like half falling off. And he's like, that was his response to how you doing. It was a picture
It was
of
good.
Flynn.
it was
Send
a good
it
one.
in.
It was
good.
That was after the growler was done, and I was on the second growler, or the second set of bottles. I can't remember, but yeah, it was a good night. Stamping around. Not the drunkest I've been at the pig roast, but pretty close. Pretty close.
Is there a story with the drunkest?
Oh fuck! I was young, not used to alcohol, and had a lot of youthful energy in me.
Oh
And
yeah.
got it in my head that I was a dinosaur. And so I was running around with the T-Rex
Whoa,
arms.
whoa, hold up here.
T-Rex
Wait a minute.
arms.
Wait a minute.
Oh, you gotta back that up. I'm sorry.
How old were you?
Definitely old enough to imbibe an alcohol, in case the RCMP
Yeah.
is listening, but unofficially
Oh, yeah.
16, 17 maybe.
You were 16, and you thought you were at time.
I was so... Okay, my dad
So
brought
you're
out...
running around T-Rex arms.
Yeah, but it's not my fault.
Oh,
It's not my fault.
hey, Jurassic Park was on in the other room, dude.
That's...
Like,
I don't know how I got to that point. I do know that someone brought out a bottle of vodka that was 70% and gave
this
me
is real shit.
just a nice full glass, and I downed that. And I was like, well, and I
You're like,
finished it.
sweet water.
I was very drunk, and I finished it, and I remember that moment of clarity of going, this is going to be bad. And then I don't remember a thing, and people, I guess, were like piecing together the night for me, and they said, yeah, you were running around T-Rex arms. There was like a kiddie pool, and I was like T-Rex arming, and then fucking swan diving into the kiddie pool, and like slip and sliding through it, out of the kiddie pool, T-Rex arms again. It was bad.
I was hoping that you were like trying to drink out of the kiddie pool, like T-Rex
Same,
arms
same.
bent
That's what
over.
I thought you were gonna be
trying to
like,
just drink.
and then, ah!
Well, I know there's one guy there, his name's Kevin, and he likes giving people shit, especially when they're drunk, because he just thinks it's hilarious. So I said, like, I
Good
walked
guy,
out and said,
Kevin.
I'm a fucking dinosaur. And he said, whoa, hold on, Flint. And I was like, what? And he said, dinosaurs don't walk around like that. They walk around like this. And he put the fucking T-Rex arms up, and I was like, you're a genius. And I started fucking sprinting around. It was bad. I was not that drunk. Although every year now, I get a beer in hand and someone goes, hey, you ready to turn into a dinosaur this year? Like, no, that's not going to happen.
Good one,
not,
buddy.
Good one, buddy.
Hasn't happened since, you know? I learned early what, like, my blackout limit was, and past that, and apparently, I really fucking like dinosaurs, so, you know, we're just gonna...
So, come to Atlanta this year for DreamHack so we can get Flint dinosaur drunk.
Oh,
Hell
boy.
yeah.
That's the plan. We're getting
Open
Flint
the door,
dinosaur
get
drunk.
on the floor, everybody walk dinosaur.
Oh!
Hmm.
It's happening. It's happening. We're getting Flint dino drunk.
Oh, no. It's not my birthday this year. Can't guilt me into 8 a.m. shots this time. No.
Oh shit.
No, we'll find a way. We'll find a way.
Life finds a way.
Yeah.
Life finds a way. Oh, man. So, I feel like you had a very, I mean, did you play any games this week then?
I did play games before this. Tried some Realm Royale because we had just finished yelling about it on last week's episode. And yeah, it's still not fantastic, but they balanced out the automatic weapons a little bit, so it's like bearable. But it's a BR, so I can only play a few matches and then I'm going, eh. But I have been playing some Smite again, and
Ooh, me too.
because I've been reading on Twitter, everyone's like, hey, this is actually fun. This is good. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I loaded it up. Got the time queues now. Matchmaking has been phenomenal. Every match has been close and competitive. Like I've been playing just Arena and Conquest and some Joust, but it's like every match has been close and competitive, and I haven't been BM'd once. There's been no toxicity in my games now because I got that commendation thing. Everyone's going for that extra favor or whatever the fuck they give you. Yeah. So everyone's just like firm handshakes at the end of the match instead of like, you suck dick, Shibalanke. It's like, oh, GG, man. Shake hands. Firm handshakes. Missionary position, and then they fucking leave. It's great. Oh. I played a few matches.
Yeah.
Enjoyed it. None. Oh, actually, yeah. This morning I woke up. Fucking. I do remember tweeting out I was shithouse last night, but this morning I feel like a shithouse dropped on my head. Very true. Massive headache. And I thought, you know what I need to do to alleviate that headache is just sit down and play some Smite. Hopped on young Bakasura and got a quadra kill in Arena in my hungover stupor. Like, shit. Gotta play hungover more often.
You still got your headache?
Oh, fuck yeah. I mean, after that beer, it's gone away a little bit, so.
A little lightheaded, yeah.
Yeah. Cleaning up the pig roast in the fucking 35-degree weather, which is cool.
Barrel and sweat.
Yeah, that helps the hangover out. You sweat that out a little bit, but. Yeah, other than that, that's been my week. Just really getting a couple games in here or there when I can, and I've been editing videos too, trying to catch up on our D&D backlog, and you know, I got a couple videos in the works, and
yeah,
we'll see. Just like fucking around Vegas, trying to learn more than anything else. That's it.
Yeah, I've also been digging Smite lately. Smite is with the big update, the big 5.12? 5.13?
One of those. 5.13, I want to say.
Whatever. It doesn't matter to me.
The new one.
The big mid-season update. And, the only thing, like, they got rid of, like, ranked queues, like, ranked two-person queues. So I'm like, oh, so now I have no desire to play ranked ever. Okay, that's fine. But casual conquest and, like, casual modes have been so much fun. Like, actually,
so ranked is solo queue only now?
Ranked is solo queue only, except for Joust. You can do ranked groups in Joust, I believe, but not Conquest. Conquest is solos only, which is like, I don't know. I kind of like doing ranked group. I preferred it when you could do ranked with 3 people, but I guess at the high level, the pros would just stomp it. And I'm like, well, fuck the high level. I'm in gold and platinum, right? Like, leave me alone. So, but yeah, with all the changes that they made, I mean, I'm digging them, honestly. I don't know. The only thing I really got to say is like R.I.P. Siege, because every queue for that is like 12 minutes.
Listen,
and it's just like, man, I love
that's when
Siege.
you got a chore to do. You know what I mean? Like you throw that on and then you just fuck off. But Siege has never been balanced matchmaking ever.
I know. Siege has always been a stomper and get stomped. That's it. I kind of hope that they get rid of Clash is trash. Bump up Siege.
Siege has the coolest map too, man. The fucking Mayan shit, Siege monster.
I just love the 2v2 lanes. That's so cool. It's so much fun.
You're not worried about getting ganked.
You can do the trolliest shit, like me and I would think it was Fro, but I don't know for sure. It was somebody, and we did Odin Zeus, and we trapped a Hevo, and I just ulted on him, and we just stopped. We just stopped outside the cage, right? And we just stood there watching him die. And it's like, I didn't even use my 3. Like, he threw his carpet out, couldn't get out, ulted, and against the Odin cage, and we just stood there. We didn't even laugh, we didn't taunt, and we just waited, and the lightning just killed him. It was great. We just stood there and watched him die. Like, shit like that is just so much fun to do in Siege. But, RIP. I feel like, hopefully, they don't get rid of Siege, because I feel like they will, and I really don't want that to happen. What about you, Bryce? What have you been up to?
I keep trying. It's like, speaking of Flint getting drunk, I keep trying to like get rid of this episode that I got drunk in, and it just keeps coming back. First, Brian reminded me, and then Commander Camp it's like, oh, look at, like, I'm beasting, listening to Side Quest Arcade. I was like, oh shit, let me check it out. He's going beast on Hercules in the middle of like me being drunk, emotional, Bryce. I'm like, oh no. Like, this is awesome. You'll listen to us while playing. I'm like, oh no, please.
I loved it because it was like you were right in the middle of a super emotional statement and it was just Hercules spam laughing over you.
Yeah.
It's like,
so like, I responded to it and liked it, and it must be like my real life buddy Nate saw it, so he started listening to like that episode, and like that's the worst thing now, because it's one thing to like have you guys or the whammies. He's texts me as he's been listening to it. Bull's entrance would be fire. You guys should do $1 donations for people to call in while you're doing an episode. Drunk Bryce getting a little emotional. He would never. You always bring the dumb to the conversation. I was like, stop listening to the episode.
Stop it. Get some help.
Stop listening. I don't care. We don't need that one listen. Go away. So yeah, I'm doing my master's right now. And the class I'm taking is game theory. And like, when I signed up for it, I was like, oh, this sounds pretty cool. Like, I'll learn about some game theory.
Bryce is in school?
Yeah, doing my master's. Yeah,
not a guy. Hey, I was thinking about going back to school too.
Yeah, well, the wife bugged me, like, wouldn't stop bugging me until I signed
Masters.
up for it, so.
do you get like your masters? Do we have to call you like Sir Mr. Silent Reveries or something like
no
PhD? Like
yeah, after this I'll go get my doctorate.
Might as well. You already got your masters.
Dr. Bryce.
There you
Dr.
go.
Silent.
Dr. Mario reskin Dr. Bryce. Those are beers instead of pills.
So I was like, oh yeah, I'll take this game theory class. This sounds cool. I'll learn like theory behind game and shit like that. And now like I've been taking, I'm like, I regret this. Why am I doing this? Like, there's one thing, like, we sometimes have like group projects, and I can like clearly tell the difference between my point in class and like some of my classmates. So I'll be like, okay, let's check, see what the answer is. As long as the answer is right, I'm like, that's cool. Like, a couple of my classmates are like, but why? I'm like, I don't give a fuck why. Is it right or is it wrong? I don't need to know. But why is it right? No, it's fucking right. Shut up.
I always found that when I was in school, the people who always ask, like, well, why is it like this? They just have no clue, and they're trying to find, like, some sort of, like, response to, like, not get around it, but to question what's going on.
Right.
I was like, no, it's just yes or no. Like, is it right? Okay, it's fine. And if you don't know, then you gotta figure it out.
Yeah. Yeah. So then when
Hold
that
on.
wasn't going on, we got a
hold
guest
on.
podcast.
Oh, guess who's there?
Hey,
Hey,
Yulia. How's it going?
Yulia, come here.
She's like,
Come here.
He's gonna be like, no.
these guys are idiots. I've heard them.
Run, Yulia.
Get on the mic.
Run away.
How's it going?
Too loud?
You guys are so loud.
Yeah,
I'll turn
Matt's
it
going
down.
deaf.
Oh yeah.
Say something. How are the people? How are your games this week, hon?
Call Matt a bot.
Wicked. What did we play?
How was
We played,
lunch? How was lunch?
What did we play?
Who are you guys again? Who are you talking to?
That's Bryce on the left with the hair.
Okay.
And that's Flynn with the
Without the
NASA
hair.
hoodie.
Okay.
Base
hi.
camp. How's it going?
Nice to
What are they
meet you.
saying?
Nice to meet you too. Because Matt always talks to someone. I'm not sure who you guys are.
Probably
It's-
us.
Probably us. He has no other friends, so it's
I can't
just
hear what
us.
they're saying.
Yeah, I believe that.
Hey, Matt, you did this to yourself, buddy. I don't
I
know.
want to go to work.
Yeah.
Can you hear it?
No,
Oh, you can't.
I can't hear.
yeah. That's the way headphones work, Yulia.
You have headphones on. I can't hear.
Can you make
It's
it
perfect.
like go around? So everyone can hear?
Well, it'd be better sound quality. Maybe we could do this.
Are we going? No, it's okay. Are we going to?
I don't think it's
Matt
gonna be
rips
big.
his headphones in half.
Maybe after.
Afterwards.
Well, I don't know. It's a short episode this week.
Pushing the razor to its limits.
Well, I can.
Oh shit, the clicks. I heard it.
It's okay. You talk.
What's that?
You talk.
Okay. What did you guys ask her? I'm curious now.
Nothing.
Oh, nothing. Don't worry about
Nothing.
it.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry
It's
about
fine.
it. So yeah, so when I wasn't dealing with the game theory class stuff this week, so like what I'm doing now, since I'm not doing like the forensic work, is I do quality assurance work. So
Okay.
the company I work for makes software program, right? And one of the customers, for whatever reason, has their OS installed to W instead of C. So part of the software with how it
You're being
installs,
recorded, right? Okay.
I didn't hear what she said.
You said, when are we going?
Oh, you're recording now?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. Soon. Don't worry about it. We're getting
I
pranked
love it.
here.
I love it.
So
Oh.
Go ahead,
I'll
Bryce.
just turn this off.
Matt, no!
Go ahead.
So part of the way the software is written, it's hard coded to C because people install their OS to C.
Right.
So they, like the developers, changed some of the code and the software so that it could install to anywhere. So it was my job to test to make sure like it'll work. So I was like, oh, okay. Do you know how fucking difficult it is to get to your your operating system to install to a drive letter that's not C? Like,
I actually don't.
I tried putting it on a separate partition. I tried putting it on a separate drive. Whatever operating system you log into is recognized as C. So even if you
Okay.
have like two operating systems, whatever one you're logged in at is C. Yeah, I was like trying to change registry values. Like then my second one went at boot. I tried to change boot files. Then I fucked up my whole system. I had to reinstall Windows 10, the actual operating system I used,
Really?
trying to install the second operating system. I was like, fuck it. I said, send this like beta version of the software to the customer and have them test it because I legitimately have no idea. I said, also, if it does work, ask customer how they got their operating system to install to W. That makes no
Yeah.
sense. And why? So that was my headache. So again, after having the bad quality episode with my sound, I was like, oh no, here we go again.
That's
I need to-
impressive. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie. That's impressive.
Yeah. So then the one other story I wanted to tell is because I kept forgetting. I kept telling. I told the Waymas I was going to tell a story about when I played Ark. So Ark was one of those games that I got like hardcore into, like no life.
Yeah,
I'm talking
you were telling
like
me. Yeah.
no sleep, and Ark was very grindy. I don't know as much what it's like now. I played before they introduced the biome, so like the winter and all that other shit. So I would spend like hours gathering rocks, riding a dinosaur, gathering rocks, so like, build whatever you need to do. I never got as much into like taming dinosaurs.
Did you ride Flint? Got Flint a couple times and ride him around?
Wait, hold on.
Understandable.
What are you
Dinosaur Flint.
T-Rex.
Oh, okay, I get you. Yeah,
saddled up.
Dude, jumping in kiddie pools and stuff? Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah. So I've like spent hours gathering rocks, and then I was the only one in like our little clan, whatever group thing, that it was like my main job was to get pearls, but pearls are only in the water. So half the time I'd be swimming, I'd get attacked, lose my dolphin, middle of the ocean. So you could spend hours.
Not your dolphin.
You could lose fucking hours gathering pearls, and then you lose a dolphin that the pearls are in, and you lose like everything that you've been doing. So that would piss me off. Now you can like I think find pearls like along the like beach. You don't even need to really get in the water anymore. So anyway, like months of this, dude. Months of no life in this game. Like we were like one of the biggest on the server that we played. I was loving it. And then one night, we weren't logged in. And that's like, you can still get attacked. Like, you're basically still get attacked when you're not logged in. So one dude was logged in, and we had a bunch of vaults. Most of the vaults were in like one area. And this dude was worried that they were going to get in and break into our vault and take all of our shit. So rather than the other people be able to take all our shit, he dumped everything out of the vault just on the ground so that they wouldn't be able to get it once they broke in. And this is like months worth of multiple people grinding this shit out. So he dumped it all. And then the people who were attacking us didn't even get in the base. So he dumped months worth of work for nothing. Nothing at all. And after that, I was like, I quit.
Respects.
I quit. I'm never fucking playing this game again. So I tried to go back a couple times as like expansions and shit come out, like the biomes and everything like that. I tried a little bit. I just couldn't get back into it the same like I was before. It sucked. Like, heated, dude.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I'd be pretty pissed, dude. That's why I can't play those games, man. You just like...
Well, that's why, because
it stresses you out.
The new Fallout game's going to be like that, right?
Something like that, yeah. And
yeah,
just
probably.
Like, any kind of real life shit stresses you out in real life? Fuck that. Fuck that.
Yeah. Smite? Fuck that.
That ain't stressful. I can walk away from that.
Yeah, I can walk away now, too.
No one's Loki ulting me IRL, you know? We are right.
Yeah. Yeah, and the games end quick. It's not like progressive and like you're building your base, building your base, and then...
Well, lately I've just been playing with like Define Pride and his whole crew, and man, Smite is so much more fun playing with guys who just literally like... Define Pride's the kind of guy who's like, I think I'll build attack speed Kukulkan or whatever. It's just like, alright, I guess we just don't care at this point, so I'll just build whatever, right? Like, it's actually really fun to play the game like that sometimes. What are you laughing about?
I like that. I like that Ark shit. I'm glad you got out before it got real bad, because I got a family member that's still playing that game, and he was like, he no lifes that shit, and it literally eats his whole life out. So I'm glad you got out.
I believe it.
Yulia drew a fat ass crow.
That is a fat ass crow.
Hell yeah! Did you see that on the way?
Where's her Gucci bag?
Yeah, where's my Gucci bag? She wants a Gucci. It's an inside joke.
Well, now I want a Gucci bag too. Fuck, where's my Gucci bag?
Now I gotta buy Flint a Gucci bag, hun.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, but I was first in line.
She was first in line.
I'm still in line though.
Buy him a bootleg Japanese Gucci bag when you go to Japan.
I'm gonna
definitely.
I'm gonna buy all Supreme stuff. Look like an asshole. Great, man. What the fuck?
Sorry, I didn't know this episode had a guest.
Yeah.
Featuring Yulia.
Episode whatever. Kind of featuring Yulia.
She's here.
Yo. My dad's gonna see this and be like, "Yo, why can't I be kind of featured?" I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, I mean he is whenever he goes and gets
I was
guns
about to
and
say,
shit.
your dad has been low key featured.
That's true.
You put something in the oven? Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you guys just ate.
Well, yeah, but for like a brunch, now this will be like dinner, I guess. I don't know.
A dinner.
Dinner. I don't think I've heard that.
Like it.
Lunch, dinner?
I like it. Yes, I understand the concept of what you're saying.
I'm not sure he did. Okay.
We're derailed.
What are we talking about? What's going on next?
Well, there's
so what happened? You guys got to fill me in on what happened with this whole Smite losers bracket deal. Everybody's pissed off about.
Yeah, everyone's okay. So, Flint, why don't you start, Flint? You kind of explain the details here.
All right, so the Summer Finals, which I think is what they're calling it, is going on right now, and Hi-Rez has been experimenting with a losers bracket for the first time this season.
They've been expanding bracket theory. Is what they've been doing.
Bryce has been doing game theory. They're over there doing bracket theory now. So,
Bryce, in your class, do you just watch Game Theory, the YouTube channel, all the time? You're just like, yeah, let's watch Game Theory.
There's a bunch of videos as like modules, but there's like a book and shit like that.
Yeah, I figured.
But anyway, I try to just watch the YouTube videos and hope I can learn without reading. So I've done pretty good so far.
Oh,
the first
beer.
Oh, send it.
Send it. Thanks, hon. Best episode yet.
She's trying to get you drunk to take advantage of you.
Well, she's already done that.
Well, there you have it.
Thanks, babe.
Matt, just giving it up easy.
Give him one beer, he's good.
She gave me a beer and she's like, now you have to wrap it up faster.
No.
So Flint, go ahead. Flint.
All right. So
Flint, talk.
They've been doing the losers bracket. So for those of you that aren't familiar with losers brackets, because I know some people aren't, they don't watch a lot of FGC or whatever. If you lose in the top bracket, you go down to a second bracket. Or Smash, whatever.
I got you. Low tier guy. Or Smash. Hey, go ahead, Flint. Sorry.
Hey, so if you lose out in the top bracket, you go down to a lower bracket or a losers bracket filled with everyone else's lost, and you have a chance to play your way back up into the grand finals. So if you had an off day, an off set, you can redeem yourself. It's harder. It's way harder. Matchup,
yeah.
It's a much more difficult run, but it leads to very hype storylines, and it gives people a second chance. So when we were at Worlds, like all the Australian and Chinese teams that got first rounded, they have a chance to go a little farther in the bracket, which is pretty fucking sweet.
I actually thought at Worlds when we went, I actually thought there was a losers bracket. So I was like, oh wait, there's not? Oh, well that sucks. Like
I very much remember talking about losers brackets with some of the higher guys, and like, why would you want to see China play again? I was like, because I fucking love the international teams.
Masha Boys.
They do random shit. Yeah, man, I'm still Masha Boys #1 fan. It's unrequited love though. They don't give a fuck about me. But,
yeah, I ran that by Isaiah, and he said Isaiah told me it was a time thing, and I was like, understandable.
Yeah, well, it's not. MOBAs are different, right? Because like a best of 5 can literally take
Street
5
Fighter,
hours.
It's quick, right? A match can only be 99 seconds. In Street Fighter, the longest match can be is in 99 seconds. So 2 matches, like, yeah.
That minis haven't even fucking spawned to that point for Smite. So,
exactly. So.
It's rough. Anyway, so they have a losers bracket in this tournament. E United gets knocked down to the losers bracket after losing to Rival. Fair enough. Unfortunate, but hey, NA still got a chance. So they're going through the losers bracket. Rival loses later in the tournament, gets put down to the losers bracket as well. So E United and Rival are having their rematch. The winner of this match goes on to the grand finals. So E United.
So to clarify, Flint, when two people meet in losers bracket,
yes,
it's 0-0, right? Like no one has won, no one has lost. It's a new set.
It's a new bracket. You're in a new spot in the bracket. Everything is cool, right. and that's another cool thing because you get a chance to beat someone that you maybe got your ass kicked by before. It's a redemption. The set starts up. United and Rival meeting in losers bracket, and no games have been played yet, but Rival's up 2-1. And everyone's going, the fuck? Why is that a thing? So apparently, how Hi-Rez is doing it is 2 teams have met in the winners bracket, and both end up in losers. Whoever won the set in winners bracket gets a game advantage in the losers bracket set. So instead of starting 0-0, Rival in a series where they only need to win 3 games is up 2-1. And they played 1 game, which Rival won, for a best-of-5 set, and moved on. So E United got to play 1 game to see if they could make it to the losers bracket, or out of losers.
They got dicked.
They were trying. Hi-Rez is out talking about, well, it was a time thing, and like this is the adjustment we made to try and make losers bracket a little more streamlined. But at the end of the day, E United got dicked out of a chance to win because they have always been a team that they will take games or series
adaptive.
to 5 games. You
Adaptive,
remember Worlds, they took a lot of their sets to 5 games, and when they played Rival, they went to 4. So sometimes they need a chance. Especially in MOBAs, it's all about that counterplay. It's all about that adjustment. And you can't adjust in a 1-game set. That's the whole point. So, interestingly enough, Rival moves on to Grand Finals, which is a true best-of-5 with bracket reset, even though they've already lost to the incumbent Energy. The rules were not consistent all the way through the loser side of the bracket. The end. That is basically the end of what happened. Personally, I don't think Hi-Rez really got the point of a loser's bracket. The whole point, you're supposed to reset shit. Get a chance to go. So people are pretty upset about that. I know Polar Bear Michael is actually furious because he only got to play 1
Polar
game.
Bear Michael. Yeah,
I can understand like the way losers brackets genuinely work is they end up playing somebody in the winner's bracket. Winner's bracket has to beat loser's bracket once. And then, or loser's bracket beats winner's bracket twice. Yeah, but the way you're explaining it, that does make no sense. And saying it's a time issue, we're on motherfucking season. What season is it? 4?
Season 5.
5? How many lands and tournaments and shit you had like that? Time is not a thing. You've had plenty of tournaments you've ran to factor in how long they're going to last. The fuck time.
Exactly. And people know, like, if I'm watching a MOBA tournament, like, I'm going to be here all day. I know that. Yeah. That's fine.
I know that.
I know I can leave for, like, certain parts of the game because, like, they're just going to farm up for most of the game. I'm just going to fuck off and do something else. But it was just, especially the fact that they didn't stay consistent into Grand Finals. Grand Finals is a true loser side, best-of-5 bracket reset kind of situation, where...
Yeah.
Rival basically had to win 2 best-of-5 sets in a row if they wanted to take home the championship. Energy only had to win 1.
Yeah.
And there was no game advantage or anything, so it was just really weird. And I guess like even like the Rival players knew what was going in beforehand, and they said, no, we wanted to play a full best-of-5 set.
They said it was unfair.
Yeah, even the winners are wanting to fucking play more. So no one seemed happy with this decision, and I think it was just a silly choice.
I hate to say it, but Wolfie, because I was kind of like, I was watching it on the regular stream, and then in between sets, I was like clicking around to see what like caster streamers were saying, right? Like DM and Wolfie and all these guys. And Wolfie said, like, honestly, this is a high-res thing right here. This is a high-res thing. And and he was like, when you get everything right, but you just change it, and it's not good, that's a high-res thing. And I was like,
oof.
Yeah, you're kind of right though, Wolfie.
Yeah. You don't want to be known for that, though. That's too bad. That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
So, good news is they've lived and learned. So, if they want to do a true losers bracket in the future, I'm sure they will.
Cooper tweeted it. Cooper tweeted about it. So, check Pyro's Cooper.
Check him out. I think he was saying that they talked to the players. No one asked for it, but this is the adjustment they made.
Yeah.
Well, all right. That's the case. But I feel like that was a mistake.
It was probably Vinny, honestly.
Don't disrespect young Vinny. He's the fight.
I will never disrespect Vinny. I love Vinny too much.
So a little bit shorter this week since Flint's head is banging. Yulia is yelling at Matt. So I think we could just get into the community challenge stuff right now.
Might as well. We'll go to the community challenge. We'll go from there.
All right, I'm opening it up. So
Brian's not here to talk either,
that does save us some time.
Yeah.
Love Brian. He throw a rant in there and it's all good. Water. All right, so community challenge for this week. I just want to make sure I get this right and read what Brian said. What nostalgic thing, game, show, movie, anything, did you hold in super high regard as a child, rewatched it or re-experienced it as an adult and went, wow, this actually sucks dick? He worded it a little more professionally than perhaps I did, but that was the gist of it. So, Dirt Nap's dad coming in with our first entry says, the Transformers movies, totally horrible compared to my childhood memories. And he's talking about the Michael Bay Transformers movies, which
I tend to agree.
I didn't ever think those were good.
Yeah.
Do you remember in the first one when Bumblebee peed on a guy?
Yeah. Transformers.
I liked it. The problem I have with like a lot of, I don't know if it's Transformers or just like Michael Bay movies at this point, because it was Ninja Turtles as well. You can tell there are these very obvious ad placements, like shit's blowing up. Oh, slow motion, Pepsi truck. I'm like, yes, that is a Pepsi truck.
I think the
slow motion Pepsi.
When I went to Thailand, it was the same time that the whatever one with Mark Wahlberg came out. It was around the same time. I think that's
it's like 3 or some shit like that.
3 or 4. I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So then I was like, well, you know what? It's 3.5 hours long. I'm on a 12-hour flight. Let's just watch it, right? You know what I mean? Like, got nothing else to do. So I'm watching it, and there's a part where Mark Wahlberg, he's flying a spaceship, and he crashes into a Budweiser truck, and there's Budweiser everywhere.
Exactly.
And fucking, like, then, I can't believe this. Mark Wahlberg gets out of his spaceship, and there's a guy who's like, I'm gonna sue you, you better have insurance. And Mark Wahlberg looks at him and goes, insurance? It's a spaceship, you idiot! Picks up a Bud, cracks it, drinks it, throws it on the ground, and says like, fuck you, buddy, and walks away. I was like, Jesus Christ, like, are you serious? I was like, oh, come on. Like, it was so bad.
But I'm very capable of like shutting my brain off and watching movies. So Transformers is one of those that I can just like shut it off and enjoy it for like, motherfucking Transformers.
Oh shit, Optimus Prime.
Exactly.
They transform.
Yeah, I think that's part of the reason I don't remember the plot of like a specific movie. I know shit that's happened, but I'm just like, the brain's off.
I remember in the first one, and the only reason I can remember this is because of Star Wars The Old Republic. But in the first one, they had to find this cube. And this cube had a lot of power in it. And the only reason I remember that is because every time if anyone played SWTOR back in the day, there were little cubes in the map that would permanently upgrade your stats. Mm-hmm. And every time I found one, I would go to the all chat and be like, I have found the Allspark. And everyone was like, oh, Transformers, I get that. So,
good reference.
Yeah, so since I did that for like 100 characters on like, what is there, like 50 different planets in that game, like, I can remember that about the Transformers movies. That's about it.
They want the Allspark.
They wanted the Allspark, dude, and I found it.
Hell yeah.
Made my dexterity go up. Hell yeah.
Let's do it. Kyle comes in and says, Power Rangers. First, I liked it because it was cool, and I laughed at the bad acting and awesome fighting. Recently tried to watch Ninja Steel. Not even the fight scenes were cool anymore. Everything was corny and overacting.
I can agree with that.
Yeah.
So the Sentai series, and those are filmed in Japan, right? Yeah. So all the fighting and stuff is actually footage from the Japanese TV show, and then they just redo it with English acting and stuff, like all the story bits. So it's kind of an interesting way that they're made. I will say, if anyone remembers the time that the Power Rangers met the Ninja Turtles, that shit was lit back in the day. Like, straight up.
I don't remember that.
That was fucking mind-boggling as a kid.
Google it, man.
Like, oh!
Legit happened, and I don't know what season it is or what Power Ranger it is, but it's pretty cool.
Dino Force, best one. Anyway. Yeah, I can agree with that. I wouldn't watch that anymore. Guy Alsmighty says, the year was 1984-ish, and I was the biggest 84. Masters of the Universe kid there was. Loved all of them, had all the action figures, watched the show whenever it was on. Fast forward 30, or sorry, whenever it was on. There's no periods here. Fast forward 30 or so years, and I'm telling my boys about Masters of the Universe and find it on the internet, and watched and realized that the show didn't hold up.
I can imagine that.
Yeah.
Dude, I love it. I still like He-Man, dude. I'm down for some He-Man.
Skeletor.
Are you watching the
fucking
new
best
the
villain.
new She-Ra, dude? The new
So good.
She-Ra. They're making a new She-Ra TV show.
I'll watch that. They did
And
do with Voltron.
everyone's upset that she doesn't look like She-Ra or something. She looks too manly or something. I don't know. Twitter was upset. Be surprised, right? I don't follow why.
Twitter gets upset about a lot of weird shit. I mean,
I'm not saying I agree or disagree. I thought maybe one of you guys had heard about why, and I'd be like, oh, because
I think it was, well, she looks like younger, I think. Because like She-Ra in the old Master of the Universe was like an actual like grown ass lady, and this is like a teenager, looks like, and it's like, yeah, well, the show's
she's probably like in her 30s or some shit, I would think, at least, because so was Adam.
Wearing his fucking pink unitard or whatever the fuck he was wearing until he turned into He-Man.
Dude, let's be real though. I watched for Skeletor. Skeletor was the shit.
Skeletor was the shit.
Rah, He-Man. I'll get you. Rah. I have no face.
Who needs
that little blue guy or whatever that flew around?
Oh yeah,
He-Man's friend or whatever he is.
Yeah, the little
I forgot his name. Do you ever see the old live action He-Man movie with Dolph Lundgren?
No, but now I want to.
That is right up your alley, dude. It is fucking awful, but I love it.
Perfect.
Like it's really bad, but you know.
I got a whole queue of just shitty movies. I'm putting that right on the fucking top. I'll watch that.
That'll
any
happen.
Day.
Yeah, well, we got to start watching bad movies. That'll be great.
Absolutely. Yeah, got to find a good way to do it, and we'll fucking have at it.
Anyway, continue.
You fella comes in and says, for me, it's the first 2 generations of Pokemon. The game. That means Pokemon Red, Blue, Yellow, Gold, Silver, Crystal. As a child, I love these games, and they still hold a place in my heart. But they're very outdated, and I have no reason to play them again, especially when the remakes exist.
Yeah. Because the old ones, they abused the special stat, right? Because they didn't split it. Yeah, so like gods. Ever since I play Smite, everything is a god to me. Pokemon, like Alakazam could sweep, no problem, and like Tauros and like bullshit like that.
Yeah. That's right.
They're super unbalanced.
Plus, like, the Game Boy itself is, you gotta get, like, fucking 90 AA batteries, and you gotta have them on deck all the times, or the recharge packs, or whatever. Just, you know, it gets to a point where, like, I'll just virtual console if I want to play it that bad. But
yeah. I will say, shout outs to, what is his name? Not the creator, he was the president of Nintendo, Iwata, who died a couple years ago. So I don't know if you guys, this is a cool story with Pokemon Silver and Gold. They actually running out of space for the game, right? And they were like 6 gyms in, and they were like, fuck, we can't fit all this coding in here. We're not that good at this. We can't figure this out. And then, so they brought in Iwata, who's like Nintendo's best coder, right? And he looked at it. He recoded the entire fucking game so that it would fit the entire story plus the whole second story in the game. Because for those who don't know, in Silver and Gold, once you beat the game, you could actually go back to the first game and play through that whole area as well. And he recoded it so you could fit 2 games into one game, even though they thought they wouldn't have enough room. Like, that's fucking impressive. Like,
man's a legend. Like, how do you, like, you imagine walking in, he's like, yeah, I've done it. Done the impossible. Get fucked. Idiots.
Apparently he worked for like 4 days straight, like no sleep, almost, like very little, and just like finished it. And it was like, holy fuck. Like,
fuck. Poor man.
It's impressive. Yeah. Well, you know, R.I.P. man. He's yeah.
Bro Double G coming in hot says, I'd have to say The Dark Knight. As an edgelord teen, it was the best thing. As an adult, this is the best thing. And as an adult, all I see is plot holes. Or Dragon Ball Z, it was amazing each week, waiting for new episodes. Now as I marathon it, the filler is annoying.
Oh yeah. That is probably some of the worst filler in any TV show, honestly. Because it's just guys staring at each other.
Yeah. Naruto filler at least has like plot and you can follow it.
Yeah, Naruto filler was like plot. Dragon Ball filler was literally just like, we'll just have them stare at each other for 20 minutes. Like,
yeah. If you ever watch that show, Bryce, just don't be a completionist. Skip the
watch Kai.
I still have a long way to go with Naruto, but yeah, I feel like much like once I get done with that, Dragon Ball's like one of those things you just need to watch in order to.
Yeah, but watch Dragon Ball Kai because it cuts all the filler out, and it's not the filler like Naruto is like stuff happening, right? Like Dragon Ball filler is just like they just stand at each other for like they just fill out an episode by having two characters stare at each other with ominous music in the background. It's like notorious for it. It's just like bing, and it'll be like Frieza looking at Piccolo, and they'll just be like, it's
the camera spinning around them.
Yeah.
Basically, music,
different shots. Like, oh, it's building up to something, and then they fight for like a little bit, but that's it because they need to like save that. So honestly, just watch Kai because it's all that shit's cut out. They redid the series,
but it's like the same episodes, basically.
Exact same. Actually, it's a lot of it isn't even redrawn, so it's the same show.
They're just like, we don't need this filler anymore.
Yeah, just get rid of it. Yeah, so watch Kai, he'll be good.
All right.
Save you a couple bullshit.
100 hours. Fuck.
Yeah, because like with Naruto, I feel like I've watched like every single thing. So whenever I meet like one of those like actual like weeb ass Naruto fans, well, have you seen this fucking OVA? Yes, I have. But with like Dragon Ball, I'm not gonna care about that.
No, don't. Even the movies are pretty bad, so
just ignore it. Like, okay.
Yeah. All right, fun. Keep going.
All right, Martin's dog says, for me, I held the early 2000s Need for Speed games, Underground 1 and 2, Carbon, Pro Street, etc., in super high regard. I revisited them at a friend's house recently, and boy, did they not age well. I'm so used to the highly polished gameplay of the reboot for Need for Speed, with all capitals. Burnout Paradise still holds up super well, though. Same with SSX3. It's a snowboarding game with over-the-top tricks and speed.
That was a fun game.
Dude, Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, when it first came out, I think that was it, the first one, where the cops were chasing you all the time. That was like the first one that I was like, oh shit, I love Need for Speed. But yeah, then me and fucking Martin's dog got into it. That was Martin's dog who said that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, got into it on Discord because 1080 beast ass snowboarding game on N64.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I played a GameCube one. I think that's SSX Turkey.
I think I remember that game too on GameCube. I had it.
It was a release. It was a release game. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of those ones everyone had for some reason.
Yeah. There's nothing else. It was like that and Smash came out, and it was like, all right, I guess I'll play these.
This is better. Brian writing in. So even when he's not here, he's
How
here.
Dare you?
How dare you? That's it. He says, when I replayed GoldenEye after a long time, I realized that it didn't hold up. Controls are weird with C buttons to aim, and your vision would constantly autocorrect back to center. Always had that dick friend that played Odd Job and unbalanced weapons. I can't deny its gaming importance, but it's best left in the memory banks.
I actually 100% agree. I played that at a party recently, and everyone was like we were all lying to ourselves that we were having fun because it's just not. It's one of those things, you know.
You want to play an old school shooter that hells up? Just play like Halo Combat Evolved or something like that.
Yeah,
like actual good mechanics and graphics look bad, but at least it plays well. You know, the fucking C-stick dicking around on you. I got a few left here, but I think there's like a huge conversation now.
That's all, folks.
Anyway, with all that being said, thank you so much. Check it out. Check out all the links below. Hope you all had fun. It's a little shorter episode. That's fine. We don't got Brian here, so it's all good.
Yeah,
love you guys.
Stop.
You all have a good night. I'm gonna drink this beer. Have a good day. Bye. Later.
Later. Have a good yard. Have a good yard.
Shit house.
Have a good yard.